Like, I just realized that it looks like that the mic wasn't even active during those intros and everything. Hello everyone. Thanks for tuning on in to Afrika World. It is Afrika World number 75. We've got ourselves a European edition. My voice is a little bit unhappy if you couldn't tell, but we're going to power on through it, as it's just me today, it looks like. We've got a proxy pylon from MaxPax, as I was saying. I expect a little bit of muck, something down in the dirt. MaxPax hiding that probe. Was gonna send it home, but souL's scouting SCV is basically gonna be a warning not to go for that. Not to show it anyway. So souL, he's scouting out in a panic. As a Terran, you're like, where's the proxy Stargate? Where is it? So souL checking all the corners just to be safe. Using that Marine, however, of course, MaxPax does have a Stalker out. He's chrono boosting that across the map. The Twilight Council is on the way. Based off the proxy pylon, it makes you think it's going to be DTs. However, you never know. It could just be a proxied pylon to throw souL off. The Hellions, interestingly enough, are strong enough to shoo away one Stalker. And we are going to be seeing that 4-gate blink. It's not going to be a Dark Shrine. 4-gate blink aggression from MaxPax. souL rather in the dark, not having any information about this. He does have a bunker on the way. But with producing 6 Hellions and going for some aggression, I think it's going to be mighty hard for souL to basically live in this game. I mean, there's already 3 Stalkers out. There's going to be a Warpin, which will help shut down the Hellions further. The Medivac will do okay with the 4 Marines in it until Blink's done, but then the counter damage is going to be real scary. So for souL's sake, hopefully he is able to kill a lot of units. And he does actually get some good damage done already. A lot of injured Stalkers. That being said, the Hellion count's going to start getting thinned out. He's killed 6 probes. Great save by MaxPax, lifting the probes in the prism. The battery is now done, however, and that's where the problems are really going to start for souL. He did not get that much damage done. 7 probes is the least amount, but then the counterattack is going to be rather aggressive from MaxPax here. souL throws up a second bunker. There's probably going to be one in the main. There we go. But, I mean, he invested so much in that attack, and now he's just going to have to face the wrath of MaxPax. I honestly expect this to be one of those boom you're dead moments. We see the Stalkers blink on top of the first bunker. The Marines are going to have a hard time dealing with this. The tank is a godsend, but not enough, I don't think. I mean, SCVs are trying to repair the bunker, but MaxPax, you can always do another Stalker warping in a second here. The Marines are actually doing okay, though. So, great hold by souL so far, losing only 4 SCVs. MaxPax gonna have to face off against 2 tanks, which is never an easy thing. He's working on the command center. It's gonna force a mass repair. That's gonna cost souL quite a bit of resources, but at the same time, while this is going on, some auto turret harassment occurring. Stalker dead. Couple of dead probes, but yeah, MaxPax is pushed away. He's going to swivel around, going to the main base. Looks like there is still the 2 tanks for souL, but maybe not for long as MaxPax blinks on him. He's going to kill them both off. Great move there. souL down to 0 tanks. He's got one on the way, but it just started building. More Stalkers at the natural base. Looks like with an aggressive blink, MaxPax is gonna break souL's natural, and if a Terran loses their natural to Stalkers, it's real rough. New tanks on the way, but that's literally it, just the one tank, and so yeah, we're looking at a dead souL here. Should be GG. Genius, says souL. GG, MaxPax takes game number 1. You gotta love the casual genius comment. Genius, he says. Alright, we're loading into game number 2. And here we are. The well-mannered GLHF from MaxPax. In the top right, taking the last game with a honestly rather standard 4-gate aggression. Really just the one hidden proxy pylon. souL's build is not geared towards dealing with that. And in the bottom left, it's souL. No GLHF from souL. Maybe he's in a bit of a mood today. Yeah, MaxPax probe scout, standard stuff. I love the probe harassment, a little bit tenacious. Looks like we're having a bit of turbulence as the stream ends. Hopefully it's not my internet. I was having problems with it last night. Yeah. Reaper shows up. Two Adepts gonna push it away. However, looks like it does get into the main, sees the Stargate, sees the Oracle.
to the Daylong.
Dimensional strings attuned.
There's the Oracle. Into the main base. Cyclone about to pop out. It does get the lock. That's a problem for MaxPax. Scan, I don't think it goes down though, so that's actually good for the Protoss, real good. Using the scan, but then not losing the Oracle, I think is considered a very good thing. Cyclone out on the map gets lifted up. 3 Phoenix should be able to take that out. The Viking pulls away. Mass repair gets used. souL 3 CC in it. Gonna be going for a weak push off the back of 3 bases. Maybe try and get MaxPax's third with this. The Phoenix should make it rather easy to defend though. 1 SCV goes down though, is going to be used to build a bunker. Is there any more coming for souL? No, not really, so not very committed. Second SCV goes down. souL has to stay out of the battery range, otherwise the Phoenix will just clean up everything. Good push here by MaxPax. Odd time push is actually giving the Protoss a fair bit of grief. Somehow, pardon me for missing that, I want to say a Viking, maybe? Or maybe a Medivac drop. I don't know how I missed that, to be honest. Unpowered this one pylon, so charge was delayed. But yeah, with the Phoenix support, it looks like souL will be pushed away. Targeting down the Adepts, interestingly enough, not the Sentry. Only 2 Phoenix left, not much of a problem. Oh my god, I'm actually quite sorry. I meant to mute my mic for that one, guys. But yeah, MaxPax's attack fails. No surprise there. That was quite ambitious. And it's actually, pardon me, the score. It's actually 1-0 for MaxPax. Yeah, that one was a pretty bad one, if we're going to be honest, as far as moments to not mute your mic. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning into this Africa World, though. Not our usual time, not our usual region, but it's good to be back doing a European thing. European Starcraft does look fantastic these days. Okay, let's see. souL built up to a pretty decent army. MaxPax does have the 4 Colossus though, and souL is only just now producing Vikings. A great EMP by the Terran. Hits a lot of Zealots, Colossus, giving the Protoss some much needed pause. souL does need to delay MaxPax a lot. Like, for the next minute or so to at least get out 8 Vikings. He needs at least 8, I think, here. Vikings starting to do a bit of work. Very needed for souL. The Phoenix are doing what they can for MaxPax, but EMP, already injured Phoenix, not going to do so hot. MaxPax is taking the approach of the Terran just not having enough to counter the Colossus. So souL really needs to keep making the Vikings and he should be fine, but once again it's that thing, like it's hard to keep that balance. So we see MaxPax coming forward, souL's going to try and micro back with his bio, retreating to his planetary fortress. Great call there. Vikings doing what they can. All the Phoenix are gone. There's one Archon basically as the Protoss anti-air. 4 Stalkers do show themselves, but we're going to be seeing 2 of the Colossus go down. Fortunately, MaxPax made 6, so he's still got 4. souL a little bit confused as what to do because the Colossus are really just going unchecked. Just start production back at home and run across the map, I guess. MaxPax is going to be losing his 3rd base Nexus. If souL empowers these pylons, that would be good too. Actually just going to straight up kill this tech, it looks like. 16 SCVs have died. MaxPax is going to be trying to blitz the natural souL as we enter full on base trade territory, but Terran production at the top of the ramp is pretty strong. The Viking is going to pick off the Prism, working away on the Colossus. If he can get one of the Colossus, that would be nice, but souL not really targeting with those properly, so still 4 Colossus remain. One is rather close to dying, but souL's production is compromised. It's 80 to 100 supply. Zealots at the top of the ramp. DT's warping in for the Protoss. souL, does he have a scan to kill off that DT? The answer, it appears to be no. He's got orbitals, but no scans, so he's trying to desperately land this one, as the bio's already been just shredded. Too much overstim by souL. He's going to be pushed away, and he is a dead nerd. GG, MaxPax 2-0 lead. Like I said, MaxPax could make something dirty happen, but it wasn't even really dirty play. It was just smart play, capitalizing on the Terran's weaknesses. Game number 1, saying, yeah, you committed to this drop, and I'm gonna go for a build that's rather aggressive that'll counter and kill you. And then the next game, it was basically just souL not having adequate response to the Colossus. And then being late to start the base trade too. Like, a base trade's not really a bad thing, but when your opponent sees you walking your army across the map, if they kind of get a head start on it. Anyway, here we are. Next game. In the top right, it's souL. And in the bottom left, 2-0 lead. It's a MaxPax. And I think he might be MaxPax in it, which I love to see every day. Very delayed battery void ray kind of push thing. souL has a nice head start on this though. A real nice head start. So I don't know what MaxPax is gonna get done here. Although you never know, Protoss bullshit, right? Like the void ray putting down some hate on some SCVs, killed 4 so far. The Void Ray almost dies though, so souL or MaxPax really needs another one of those batteries to finish up. He's got another Void Ray out now, which is a big deal. However, we do need to see more shield batteries produced by the Protoss. Keep filling up these voids. The voids need to not get locked on by the Cyclone or it'll burn through the batteries too quickly, so he's actually got to be respectful of that. Like, he should be pulling that Adept away from the Cyclone, purely for not burning through shield battery energy. More and more batteries going up. souL's doing a pretty decent job defending us at the same time. I mean, he is being thinned out in the Marine count. With more batteries on the way, it's a little bit concerning. He's going to lose a supply depot, not supply block yet, which is important. But with this one going down, I think he will be. No mag field accelerator yet for souL because it takes a billion years. The Vikings and Cyclones are doing what they can, but souL's actually looking like he might be in a bit of trouble. If he loses a Cyclone, oh god, he did. He'll be in even more trouble. Mag field accelerator is about to finish up. That's a big deal. Now the Cyclones go burr, but I don't even know, man. Like, this is just classic Protoss, right? SCVs are trying to keep the bunker alive. It does go down, though. souL really trying to weather the storm, but not having an easy go of it, and going to be pushed away from the top of his ramp. This lets his stalkers in. It's going to make his life a world of hurt, really. The bunker is important. Void Rays are still vulnerable when they're away from the batteries due to the Vikings and the Cyclones.
Game paused.
souL pauses, saying lag.
Game resumed.
Cyclones do get a good lock. SCV is being pulled. Phoenix lifts up one of the Cyclones, so it does go down. However, the Cyclones are killing off the Stalkers. MaxPax's army really thinning out as he commits on in. He's going for broke. However, I think he might actually just go broke as the attack fails and MaxPax is pushed away to his batteries. souL going to take this opportunity to try and break it. He loses a Viking. He's lost all of his air units. He's got 2 Cyclones left. I don't know if that's going to be enough. He kills off one of the batteries, which is good. But at the same time, I mean, it's one base to one base. souL will eventually mine out, so will MaxPax, so it's an odd situation. Crazy Protoss stuff. MaxPax warping into Zealots, I love it. They're actually so good at just tanking damage against the Marines. Cyclones for souL are getting very critical shield batteries, however, which is quite problematic. So MaxPax might actually be out of steam here, or out of options. Zealot gets locked on, stays alive though, because of course Cyclone's not that good against Zealots. Battery gets targeted down. Phoenix is going to come on in, start lifting up the Cyclones. Looks like one's going to go down. The tank gets lifted. The Void Ray's putting down some hate. Goes down. Cyclone down. Tank down. Viking down. MaxPax retreats. Retreating and cutting those losses actually seems like a pretty good choice. souL's got an extra CC on the way. There's the problem. At some point, MaxPax is going to have to start long-distance mining. Throws up the Nexus. Somehow he has the resources for that. Oh, wow. souL, I think he misclicked and shot his own Marines. Loses a Cyclone. That's a big loss. souL just back at home. I mean, making Marines off of 2 barracks now, but yeah, he's lost his entire Cyclone count. Which is a big deal. I mean, the Phoenix lift the tank, really all you're left with is a few Marines. A decent number of Marines, but still just unstim Marines, so MaxPax can potentially make a play here. Alright, MaxPax is going to go for it after eating a tank shot right out the gate. I'm not sure if that was great for him. Void Ray's targeting down the tanks, though. Going to main souL, yeah, just as Marines against this. Phoenix working away in the Medivac. The SCV surround on the Stalkers is a big deal, though. But, I mean, souL still hasn't broken this position, and if he can't break this position, he will just lose the game because he'll run out of resources. So the Stalkers shooting down the Marines is important. If the SCVs are trying to break this location, MaxPax is starting to run out of steam. Phoenix lift up the Cyclone. Marines still working away on this. Another Stalker gets warped on in. Phoenix is going to be trying to get the Viking. The Stalker versus the Marines not going to do so hot. The Phoenix count has dropped. MaxPax in trouble, as souL does seem to be breaking this location. Even the one Zealot warping in, doing some monstrous work. Oh, it looks like souL had just enough to break this, however. Just enough. He's going to be killing all this stuff at his natural base. It's going to take a while to float that command center down, but his economy will boost up after that. And MaxPax back at home really ain't got a lot. The Stalkers for MaxPax can kite this army basically indefinitely since there is no Cyclone out. So that's quite huge. souL needs a bunker or a tank. There's the Cyclone. That's the third option. souL, yeah, being bullied away from his natural base. MaxPax wants to repower this, being the dirty Protoss that he is. souL drops quad mules, just needing money. Lift up the Viking and kill it. The Cyclone is the main concern, but yeah, MaxPax just warping in more Stalkers. Bullying souL, who has non-upgraded Marines, no bunker at his natural. And MaxPax may have done it. He may have done the ultimate dirty 3-0 here. As, yeah, souL in a lot of trouble. Doesn't really have an answer to a sentry, to the Zealot, to all these Stalkers. I mean, he's got a Cloak Banshee on the way, but great force field, going to lock these units in there. The Cyclone's still going, but even the Phoenix might be able to handle that soon as there's only 3 Marines to support. souL's in a lot of trouble. He's pulling SCVs. He does have the tank now, which is a big deal. The tank could actually be a saving grace, but even his natural base is being bullied significantly. Phoenix come in, they lift up the tank. Oh my. Oh my, the tank going to go down. I mean, SCVs were trying to repair. MaxPax losing a lot of units. The Cloak Banshee comes on in. There really is no answer to that. But souL's down to 12 SCVs. MaxPax can always fire up an Oracle or something. And souL taps out GG 3-0.